What's up, y'all? Back with another video. This is your boy Agathon. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm gonna be talking about myself, a little bit about me, you know, about my background and where I'm from. If you guys don't know already, your boy is from Jakarta, Indonesia. But yo, your boy haven't set foot in Indo for almost 10 years now. I've never been back to Indonesia. It might sound like nothing to some people, but it's actually a very long time if you think about it. You know, I've been living for the past 10 years here in Toronto. But Indonesia will always be my first home. But yo, check it out though. Today I'm gonna be talking about the I'll be doing here in my second home to remind me of my first home. First thing I would say is probably the food. Now there are a lot of aspects to this, from the food we eat to the way we eat. Let's start from the rice. You know, rice is that essential to Indo. Sometimes people would say belum makan kalau nggak pakai nasi, which really makes sense to me. Eating rice is essential to Indonesians, but everyone eats rice in here basically. But what always reminds me of back home even more, the sambal. This are the type of sambal that is better than any Western sambal. Obviously they're not really the best, they're not really authentic, but this is the best that I can get in here. Now this is what could bring me a little closer to home each time. Introducing the one and only, the best of its kind, the rare, the sweet and the thick ketchup manis. Basically a thick sweet soy sauce. You can put them in anything, but this shit is delicious, yo, for real. This is probably a little weird for some people, but this is a thing an Indo would do. Introducing to you again the kerupuk, which is just the crackers. We have many, and I mean many different kinds of kerupuks, but my favorite is this one. I think Indonesians just like to have that crunch feeling when you're eating. That's why even some people would eat this with their meal. Now there are some things that I can't really do in Toronto or like in the Western culture, I guess, that I really miss doing back in Indonesia. That is eating with my hand. In here, I would have to eat with spoon, fork, knife, and chopstick, you know. But in Indo, there's nothing better than eating freshly cooked meal while it's still hot with nothing but your right hand. Not your left though, and I'll tell you the reason why later. Now, when I desperately miss Indo food but don't really want to cook, I'll come to this instant paste. And they're actually very easy and very practical. And you know, they're not the best, but it works. Indonesian food in Indonesia probably tastes better than Indonesian food in here because they use this. Speaking about MSG, we can't forget the staple of Indonesia, of course. Come on, the Indomie. If you don't know what these are, I don't know where you've been all your life, man. You seriously gotta try it. Now, these are the things that you can really get in here. The infamous jamu, mixed and served right in front of your eyes. These drinks inside plastic bottle is believed to be able to cure all kinds of diseases. I have no idea what they are, but apparently they're supposed to be good for your health. And this, the street vendors in Indonesia really are a thing. I mean, look at them. Look at all that. But this is as best as it gets in here in Toronto. Now, there are also these socialized things that I would encounter in Toronto with my Indonesian community that would very much remind me of Indonesia itself. You know, from shaking your hand to as complicated as humor. In Indo, it is a must to bow or kiss someone else's hand if they're older, or point to your chest with your right hand like so, which is a sign of respect. In Indo, we have this thing called jayu, where basically people would try being funny by not being funny. People would laugh because they can see how unfunny you're trying to be by saying saya terlalu lama atau
harganya nggak bagus ya. Champagne.
Not really sure if this is a thing or not, but it's an Indonesian thing. Now here are things that is definitely Indo. When you say wak 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 when you text, getting your back covered with cream and getting someone to take your coin and scrape your back when you're not feeling well, that always work. But here are interesting things though I found Indonesian would always do anywhere and everywhere.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum, dude. And yes, saying Assalamualaikum and Assalamualaikum is a thing any Indonesian would understand and would be able to respond with.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam. Salam.
and being nosy or kepo. Indonesians are just very kepo in general. You just want to know everything about anything, about anyone. It's just how we are. No matter how unimportant it is, we just want to know. And next, I want to talk about these personal habits. These are the stuff that I personally have that would remind me of Indonesia. From the batiks that we have, you know, to dress formal in all Indonesian events in here. The flip-flops that all Indonesians have in here. The ulekan that almost all Indonesians have in here to make the sambal and whatnot. The infamous guling, the long, narrow pillows / bolster are known as guling. Very common in Indonesia. And last but not least, I want to talk about the stuff that are just like random. It's very hard to find here in Toronto that I really miss. From the way we define fun, you know, like
music of my country. The music of my country. My country, oh my country.
this unique, eccentric type of music that almost every Indonesian know how to dance to it, trust me. To this bidet sprayer. In Indo, people use toilet paper on the dinner table. We don't actually use toilet paper in the toilet because in the toilet in Indonesia, we have this bidet sprayer. And this also, the squat toilet. And actually one of the best way to take number 2 in my opinion. And with this, you would probably think that, yo, you probably need toilet paper, but nope. We don't even use toilet paper in this kind of toilet because we still have the bidet sprayer. When you have a bidet sprayer in Indonesia, you actually use it with your right hand and you would use your left hand to go on your bottom. That is why Indonesians don't really use toilet paper, and that is also why we don't eat with our left hand. So lastly, I want to show you guys these huge differences between the Indonesian roads and the Canadian roads. If you're Indonesian, you will definitely know that this is Indonesia. And this is Toronto. As you can tell, the huge differences between the road in Jakarta, Indonesia and the road here in Toronto, Canada. That togetherness, that crowdedness, and like the amount of things that you're able to do in Indonesia that you just can't get in here in Toronto. It is a beautiful thing that I'm able to live within this two worlds, and I can get a taste of Indonesia in here. And that's it for the video, guys, today. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, click the like button below, leave some comments in the comment section below, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.